Hello, thank you for being here. Let's do a quick late night reading. Let's see who we're going to be reading for. Being guided to do Sagittarius, so let's do Sag. Sagittarius, people in placements, leaving something behind, detaching from something. You could be getting ready to make the final kind of move away from something, moving away from something. Maybe you're realizing something was like a burning house. It wasn't a good situation to begin with. Something could have been catching on fire. There could have been a lot of emotions, anger, tumultuousness. This could have been kept hidden from you originally. Someone could have anger issues because of violence. Interesting, because of finance. Anything else for Sag? They could also have like violent tendencies. You could have went through a kind of rest phase as well. Yeah, there's some kind of peace here that needs to be cultivated. Somebody here could be very threatening or intimidating as well. Let's see. Time more Sagittarius. You could also be keeping your peace private at this time as well, kind of just focusing on what you need to focus on, bossing up, living in that tranquil life. You can see that beautiful card, just kind of chilling in her office, punching some numbers, calculating things. Yeah, you're moving away from some kind of, I heard stagnancy, but it could be just some kind of blockages mentally. And this is allowing you to actually prioritize what needs to be prioritized as well and staying focused. There's something about controlling your mind. Sagittarius, let's get you Angel's advice. I feel like we've gotten the idea of what's going on, what's going down. You could be purging a lot at this time as well, or surrendering, kind of being broken down. I'm seeing the movie The Crow, the latest one, where he talks about the world breaks everyone, and those who bend and grow strength in the cracks live, and those who don't die, right? So there's something about maturing or evolving. Sagittarius' actions for their highest, most beneficial timeline for Sagittarius energies. The Hermit, yeah. Continue to isolate yourself, or just kind of allow yourself to be clear with yourself. There's something that you could be cutting out as well. You could be reflecting a lot on your time management as well, and where you're actually investing your energy. And I think, yeah, turn off your emotions of the Queen of Cups. You could have been very emotional or overly passionate in the past, or overly giving, but with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, right under the Queen of Cups there, in the past position, this, as a part of your advice, is telling me that you need to turn this off, or kind of detach in some sense from your emotions. Maybe you're used to making your choices from that place, but now you could be making your choices from maybe a more logical or a more grounded place. Yeah, and there's something about pulling away from others at this time. Alchemy and transformation. Yeah, it's kind of giving like when you're making a recipe, you don't want someone to like spit in your batter or like contaminate the kitchen. So you might need to keep pests out as a vibe. Helps with spiritual progress. Okay, and also we have Word of God creating all. I also heard God witnessing all. So there's something about protection, heavy protection here as well, and you could be cultivating this greater sense of protection in private. But let's see some more messages. Let's get a Cali card. We haven't got one of those in a while. Sagittarius, people in placements, most important vital message. Chamunda is kind of showing herself. I don't know why, but this card is kind of peaceful to me. There's something so peaceful about it. So let's see 31 if there's any relevant messages from that. Her unerring instinct, her spiritual protection, arises spontaneously even when we don't realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize how far we've become entangled in that which is not good for us. You know what? I just saw someone very, I basically saw somebody try to break into my neighbor's house, and yeah, I was trying to protect her, and yeah, and it just was like a good wake up call for me to realize how lucky I am and blessed that I'm not. I mean, I don't think she's dealing with that ex anymore as well. That's why he's trying to break down her door. But um, yeah, I'm just so lucky and blessed that just you can be lucky for the things that you don't have in your life, like you don't have problems, you don't have 20 kids, or you don't have you know what I mean, um, or you don't have health issues or whatever. There's so much to be grateful for, right? So we don't realize we need Kelly's powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for against requires wisdom. So maybe there's something, maybe you were like skewed in one direction, like never fighting for anything. It's kind of giving like you would just kind of roll over and die, or kind of let people walk all over you. So you could be kind of swinging to the other juxtaposition at this time as well. Or learning new ways of doing or being. Holding space for inner and outer conflict to be resolved requires discipline. Shimon does that. So they're kind of saying, like, by the very nature of conflict, there needs to be polarity, there needs to be opposition. So I feel like this is about not giving up or not standing down. Chamunda is fearlessness, wisdom, and patience and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. So kind of having the goals to have the boundaries in place to protect yourself, right? So keeping that door shut. Despite her inherent drama and intensity, Chamunda is beloved by the heroic heart. She assists us when we need to find strength to overcome our psychological limitations, like we saw the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and inertia to access, integrate, and sustain higher frequency states of being. Bringing about the permanent structural change of the psyche is hard work, and you might also have oppositional forces that, would love you to stay a slave or a prisoner of their own making, right? So you definitely need to protect yourself and advocate for yourself. So, and I think that's just in general. Like if you're a piece of prey that's fighting, you're probably not as tasty sometimes, maybe, than something more easily subsumed, I heard. So let's get you some extra messages. Sagittarius' highest guidance from their highest timeline. Angel Michael, protectors, Jesus, amen, guardian angels, tell us more. Okay. Yeah, there's something about like keeping your emotions private could also be important. There's something that you could be finishing up as well, Sagittarius. As you leave, you could also be getting new information or communication from something or somebody. This could be regarding work. This could be hidden to you right now. Maybe it's coming, Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius, people and placements. Tidy up. Interesting. Yeah, so focusing, getting clear, and getting away from anything that's like been confusing your priorities or confusing you. Yeah, so that you can actually expand. Interesting. It's kind of like when you need clean dishes to make a new recipe. Someone could be watching you. Anything else for Sag? Or somebody was very sneaky in the past, maybe? Fresh start. Love it. We love to see it. So you could be moving out of a period of rest towards this. Yeah, there could be some kind of ending, this final conclusion, or you could be putting the last finishing touches on something. Interesting. So let's see what else we can get for Sagittarius, people and placements. Okay, let's see. Most important, actually, they're getting me towards this deck. There's something about like no going backwards as well with Raven's Head popping up. Oh, Gnosis on the top of that deck. Okay. Tapping in, like exiting a cycle. Kind of like that bird exiting that dark cycle. Flying free. Let's see. Sagittarius, people and placements. Most important vital message for Sagittarius from their spirit team, Angel Michael, for their highest timeline. Most important vital message. Thank you. Sagittarius, people and placements. Thank you. Sugar. Yeah, you could be like overcoming something. Like maybe you're too sweet in the past. And this allows you to move towards like better health, or you could be like reducing sugar intake, or I don't know. I'm getting War of the Roses, so there's something about like someone here could have a name that starts with an R, an M, a D, a T, maybe an A, maybe an O, maybe an S. Anything else for Sag? Blood. Okay. I was learning about I don't know much about it, but I heard people mentioning like Rh negative blood or something like that. So maybe you're just learning more about your own blood type. Let's see. I don't know my own blood type honestly, but let's see if I can find this. Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, there could be some kind of like a transformation or empowerment or ending here. Sacrifice. You might need to like rely more on like practical forms of vitality. Have no fear of blood card. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian nature of our existence, hence like protection, or when you sense fear, protect yourself or attack it first, right? Or do protection. Drop by drop, this sacred elixir reminds us that we are alive, not merely thinking beings, but being beings. So there's something about anchoring down, something down into like more, maybe, I also want to say like war, like a more warlike kind of energy. When blood is the prima materia in the lab, the alchemist uses the physical body as a starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. Through the limbs, the organs, the cells, we witness the miracle of life in one heartbeat at a time. So being a channel, right? Really being able to hold something. Eventually, the alchemist naturally partakes in practices that support and nourish the blood's life-giving nature. We learn to honor and protect it. In alchemy, red is the color of vitality, so maybe there's some kind of vitality returning to you, and radiance. With this card, you've dropped into the vital realm. I'm also seeing, wasn't there like that queen, what was her name, Bathory, Elizabeth Bathory, who bathed in blood? I'm seeing that, and it kept her young or something like that. Sing the body's praises. Yeah, so maybe you're healing yourself, but you could also be using your body as some kind of vessel as well. Or you could be nourishing the body as well. You could have gone through like a kundalini rising as you left something behind with the snake climbing up the white rose, which then turns it to the red rose, right? And you have that beautiful ruby, that kind of garnet there. So it says, take note of how much red is within a reading. This indicates the vigor present in the Corinth world. If the palette is dull, it's likely the spirit needs support. So you can see it was quite dull in the past. We didn't have a lot of red. We had more white than anything. And then we have this beautiful, life force. So there's something about like the hunt, the kill. Liver could also be, maybe you're eating more like, maybe you're eating blood sausage or something like that, or also you could be on that time of the month, or that could be approaching, right? So and that's a really sacred time. It's when you're very powerful as a woman, so in many ways, spiritually as well. The blood card brings vitality. They tell us, they try to make women suppress themselves, but really blood, I mean, she sees blood every single month, right? um and it's all, that's hardcore. That is not, so I think they try to, keep women so subservient because they're so powerful and they're such powerful creatures. The blood card brings vitality to the entire reading. I'm also seeing blood, like, what's that Avatar, blood bending? So if you know anything, if you've seen that like TV show when you're growing up, but there's like a subset or like a secret subset of like bending or something in that show, which is like blood bending. I think it's like a subset of the water bending, but it works with the moon cycles. I don't know. So maybe there's something like that. When it's present, it is as if all the other cards come alive and begin to grow. So there's something about like a sacrifice also, like maybe there's something you need to shed or clear. We did see purging, right? Like shedding blood or giving blood to charge or power up something. So, but be careful with that. I mean, that's not like beginner shit. I don't know. Well, it's up to you. It's your life. Let's see. Let's get juicy messages for Sag. Messages for Sag. Or maybe somebody else was doing this towards you, Sagittarius, or trying to. Sagittarius people and placements. Messages from their spirit. Yeah, someone could have been trying to siphon your own life force or vitality. Sagittarius, and so you're kind of calling it back. You could be siphoning theirs instead, or siphoning other people's, or I don't know, getting energy in general. Revitalizing yourself, renourishing yourself, bathing in blood. Just kidding. Sagittarius, people and placements. I have a lot of Capricorn. My humor is a bit dark. Sagittarius. Messages for Sag from their spirit team. Something about letting go of something. Messages. Yeah, it's kind of giving like in there's certain traditions where you'd like cut a chicken's neck and drench an idol in blood, right? Or give offerings of blood. I'm seeing that in my mind's eye as well. Or maybe something about like also the movie Dracula, where he's like, he stabs the cross and the blood and then he drinks the blood or something. I don't know, I'm getting a lot. Sagittarius, maybe this is relevant. Sagittarius people and placements. Oh my freaking god. All right, chill, Poppy. All right, let's see. Okay, we have Mula Nakshatra. So this is a very, it's a butcher Nakshatra, I believe. It's a Sagittarius subset, so you very well could have Mula placements if you have Sagittarius in your chart. And it's ruled by K2. So if you're curious, on my astrology transits playlist, I do have a video on K2 women or K2 men, but in general, K2 ruled nakshatras. You can also check out Claire Nocti's videos if you do have that. You can check that on Google by searching AstroSeek sidereal Vedic birth chart and using the whole sign house system in the settings and scrolling to the bottom. There's something, I'm hearing someone like shouting like a wolf. It sounds like a wolf outside my window. Like there's two howls, two distinct howls that somebody just made. So there could be something about like calling forth that energy or vitality back to you, kind of unleashing and letting yourself free. Like maybe the werewolf kind of vibe. Interesting. I think I might link something. So now I'm seeing like from Harry Potter, that guy. So he was kind of like acting like the professor that was very muted and dull until like he was kind of repressing his werewolf nature, right? And he always kind of did that. He always was ashamed of it, but I don't think this is what they're asking you to do. I think they don't want you to be ashamed of something anymore. Interesting. It will always be everybody's fault, never theirs. Someone blonde in the reverse, so this could be somebody with darker features, perhaps. We have I had some help. Post Malone in the reverse, so maybe that's not accurate. Maybe you don't really have a hand in this. Overcoming karmic cycles. Recovering gifts. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like giving like it's like when you have something dead, it's like someone's dying, like they're drained of all their blood, and then I fill them back up with blood. That's what's happening to you. They wanted to steal from you. I mean, you seemed too sweet in the past, honestly. Learning to say no. They always try to blame it on something else. So I'm seeing someone like whistle and like twist their finger like behind their back every time they do something or say something. So this person could be very disingenuous. We have Love Witch 2016. We have cut them out to get abundance. We have people project their insecurities. We have do you control the fear or does it control you? That's nice. I like that. So like kind of embodying or embracing the shadow aspects to protect yourself and utilize them. Plan for the worst case scenario. We have get clear, distorted thinking, turn around your lack of personal direction, visualize the life you want to live and make it your intention. So kind of like really anchoring it down and giving it the life force and bringing it to reality. Affirm, it's kind of giving like Frankenstein when it's like, he's alive. Affirm you are creating clarity and sense of direction. So continue to affirm with yourself and continue to like, this is a practice, right? Especially if you're used to a certain way of being or doing. It's important that you reinforce new ways of being and doing, and that you continue to make those grooves in your brain with repeated kind of practice, basically. It's like anything, like a skill, like an instrument, or somebody here could play instruments or something you're used to. Because you're basically tuning into a different harmony and frequency, right? If you're going to make rock music, you're gonna have to play the guitar differently than if you're playing country, or you could mix them or whatever. But silver lining, yeah. I'm seeing Willy Wonka in my head. Also, there's something about like I watched the movie Batman today. In the last scene, he was saying how it's like our scars can either like make us better or like worse, kind of thing. So aging gracefully, yeah, like alchemizing, transmuting that energy, becoming better. Right? You peak games, so you could be seeing through things or understanding how people are playing with you. Stopped choosing, started attracting. Stop chasing, sorry. Stopped chasing, started attracting. I like that. So calling your energy back to center, you controlling the situation, right? Like blood bending. I might have to link these if I remember to. Meant to end, they were holding you back. So this could have always been meant to happen this way. Pentabanger. Someone here could be very angry at you or had a lot of anger issues. I think I was sensing that when we started reading. 888, this could be a Scorpio or somebody that's like in a repetitive cycle loop. God has a plan for you. So maybe there's a need to like alchemize this energy. Help yourself and God will help you. So the more that you pour into yourself, the more that you look like I should invest in you, right? If I was God, telepath. So you could be really good at picking up on people's thoughts, emotions, or communicating with them like that as well. Be proud of yourself. Wow. Be proud of yourself. Really love yourself. Really enjoy yourself. Yeah, be proud of yourself. Aligning/jumping with a better timeline. And so yeah, I'm seeing something about a fishing line as well. Like maybe you're about to reel it in. Willing to work on it/fix it. I don't know if that was up right or not, but you could be working on your own life. Understand your own cycles. Yeah. We have asylum level crazy prison level. So that's kind of like that person trying to bang into my neighbor's house. Solitude is a beautiful gift. Yeah, there's crazy motherfuckers out here. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it because if you're a good person, you're not going to realize it. That's why it's so important to do your own shadow work and not repress stuff and, like, tap into your own darker side so that you can see, right? They were trying to block your psychic abilities. They want your ideas. So this could be like a creativity stealer. This could be like, I'm seeing Einstein, you know, how he basically stole everything from his wife, or like Edison who stole everything from Tesla kind of vibe. We have wants to project their stagnant energy onto you. Yeah, this is somebody who wants to keep you stagnant. Could this person could impact your weight or something like that as well? Like this person might overeat or they like make you upset so that you, I don't know, like maybe there's something they throw your energy, they used to be throwing your energy way off, and you could notice that without the stress, your body is like not craving certain things anymore anyways. They wish they were you. Exactly. So I'm going to end it here. I hope you liked it. Thank you for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.